The fan-made Zelda Ocarina of Time PC port has at last been finished. So now you can mod it and you can play it with like HD textures and
sweet
whatever you want.
Yeah, but if you're a normie like me, you don't know how to hack your way into the textures and the frame rate unlock.
So they
That's what
haven't
other people on the internet will do that for you.
As far as I know, they haven't got a frame rate fixer yet, because the way, as my understanding, like the CPU timing is based off of the frame rate or whatever. So basically, like if you sped up the frame rate,
it would speed up
the in-game time, and everything would go super fast. I'm sure that's fixable. It's just they haven't gotten around. Like
they just need to port it and they need to re-release it in high def. They need to.
They
update
did.
Well, that's what this is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Well, I know this is what I'm saying officially, not just like a fan.
Yeah.
They did.
Did they?
Yeah. It's on the eShop. Not the eShop. The Nintendo Switch Online thing.
Is it still 30 FPS?
Yes, it's 30 FPS, 720p.
I think it'd be great if they get Majora's Mask also ported to PC and be able to like play with like Fierce Deity Link in Ocarina of Time.
Well, okay. So first of all, the benefit of this is that the official Nintendo one sticks to 4:3 aspect ratio. They don't hack in widescreen. Right.
Yeah.
This one, it's literally any
ultra wide,
any aspect ratio.
Giga wide.
The official release didn't go widescreen.
No.
Wow.
Stuck to 4:3. Well, because there's problems with changing the aspect ratio.
Yeah.
For rendered cutscenes and
right.
even
the
little
cutscenes are there.
They'd have to stretch the image basically.
Even the little town in scroll down when you walk through that gate right there. That gate. When you walk through that gate, there's like a section where it's like overhead view for like a second.
Yeah, the pre-rendered backgrounds.
And that's so that whole pre-rendered background is all cropped to 4:3, right?
4:3, yeah.
So
when you run into the gate and it shows it from above.
Yeah, people are working on retexturing all that and get it working.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
But for now, that's all stuck to 4:3. Even if you do have the widescreen.
Theoretically, Nintendo. I mean, I don't know that they're super good at file management, but theoretically, you might have the original 3D models that were used to generate those textures. The top, like the static top-down angle for that thing. So I don't know. Theoretically, you could just change the aspect ratio and re-render that.
Yeah. Well, there were leaks. I don't think they had textured stuff though. So you'd have to They might have the model, but not the texture, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And also they might be able to hack in whatever they did for the 3DS release, because in the 3DS release.
This was from podcast 15. It only happened in podcast 15. I'm just saying.
It was a long time ago when Costco was beefing with YouTube over whatever reason.
In that podcast, it was only happening to me. If you go back and watch the VOD or go find that video in the playlist of the podcast, you will see that Augie was able to type in Costco. It was only happening to me.
So you cut yourself.
I am special.
So you cut yourself out of the word Costco then.
Apparently.
So the other thing they can do.
So what's going on here?
He's rolling into the wall.
Into home base. Oh, okay. He was sliding into home base. I thought it was like a problem with the render where like he was going into the wrong action animation for crawling. But,
I didn't realize this game had the Dark Souls targeting system before Dark Souls.
You mean it's Z-axis?
It invented the Z targeting.
Well, I figured that.
It and Super Mario 64 were fucking game changing for the Z-axis.
Literally,
the OG FPS GoldenEye.
So I don't know how much of the 3DS port that they can use to take in new models.
Supplement.
For instance, fences in the N64 game were just a single texture, like they were flat, and in the 3DS version they modeled them out. So I don't know if they could just port them over from the 3DS version or if they'd have to remodel them from scratch. Either way, we're looking at eventually down the line a higher frame rate,
Ray tracing.
remodeled basically everything, retextures. The texture one I think is the most finished so far because there were already like retexturing packs like before this port came out. And camera controls with the like analog camera controls, which is a nice quality of life